Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race in season number 6 of the NRLOA Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Eldora Speedway, America's favorite dirt track, for the first time ever on Napa Fan. And today we're going to be crowning a champion in the All-Star Race and giving away a reserve for season number 7 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. Now, season number 7 is going to be a custom series when it begins in February. And if the winner of this race does not get to what type of car he wants, he will automatically drive for the NRLOA Motorsports number 77 Chick-Fil-A Dodge in season number 7. So that's going to be one of the teams there for season number 7, just to let you guys know. But of course, the winner of this All-Star Race can start his own team and pick his own sponsor, pick his own number, pick his own manufacturer if he wants to. Nobody else is going to be able to do that either. So a lot is on the line for this All-Star Race this season, considering the changes that we are going to be making in season number 7. Of course, that's the first time you guys have heard of that, basically, that it's going to be custom and all that we're going to be doing for it, but hope you guys are looking forward to season number 7. But we still got season number 6. We're right in the middle of it, right in between the regular season ending and the chase beginning. Of course, the chase will begin on Wednesday at Bristol, but right now, these 24 drivers in this field, they want to win and get that reserve for season number 7. It is a 70-lap race here tonight at the Eldora Speedway, split up into 4 segments. The first 3 segments of this race are each 20 laps long, and at the end of segment 1 and segment 2, the field will be inverted to start for the next segment. So, going to get a little interesting there. The guys who finish last in segment number 1 are going to start up front for segment number 2. However, for segment number 4, the final segment, the starting lineup for that final segment will be determined on the average finishing positions of the first 3 segments for each driver. So whoever has the best average finish in those segments will start on the pole position for the final 10-lap shootout to determine the winner in the All-Star Race. There are no cautions. There are no pit stops. There's not even damage turned on the race cars. And if these guys run into the wall at 100 miles per hour, they're just going to keep on racing anyway. Special modifications, I like to say, on these cars, so they can race as hard as they want to here tonight without any repercussions. Anyways, I've talked long enough. We're ready to get this one started here at Eldora. The Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race cannot get going with the engines firing up. Let's head trackside for the command here in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And a fantastic command to fire these guys up for the All-Star Race in season number 6 of the NRLOA Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. The drivers will roll off in a moment, but we're going to let them sit for just a little bit so we can get the full starting lineup in. Trey Bartow won the pole position in qualifying earlier on the NRLOA channel, and he's going to be starting alongside the Season 3 champion of Cameron Garlington. Both of those guys have been in this series since it began. Elijah Gordon, the NRLOA 500 champion from this season, will start alongside Marty Johnson, who was in the All-Star Race on his win in the first Darlington race last season. Matt Tuck has not won yet this season either, but he is in on his win at the Rockingham Motor Speedway last year. Dale Salzman, he won the Coca-Cola 600 earlier this season. Jesse Turner, he's a past champion and the past All-Star Race winner, the defending All-Star Race winner here in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. And he's going to try to get that All-Star Race win yet again and get yet another reserve here for the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. Definitely one of the best drivers in the field. Number 27 of Alexander Rowe, the Valvoline 400 winner from earlier this season, will start alongside him. And Sergio Larvin Alonso won the second Talladega race last season, and Isaac Nichols in the 83 starting alongside him. Check to make sure everybody is rolling off, and all 24 drivers are rolling off. Daniel Bouchard won the Chick-fil-A Open just a couple hours ago. Alan Lewis finished second. Tristan Allen won the fan vote. We're ready to get this one going. We're racing at the dirt track of Eldora. Whoa, a big moment there. as Elijah Gordon almost got into the 4. He did get into the 4 of Trey Bartow, but Trey Bartow led lap number 1. There goes Jesse Turner to the inside of Matt Tuck and Elijah Gordon for the lead. And Jesse Turner, the defending All-Star Race winner, will lead lap 2 in segment number 1. You see the text at the upper right-hand corner of your screen showing which segment we are currently in. The lap count is on the regular ticker for this event. Turner in the outside wall, and Trey Bartow back out front in the number 4. Cody Sill in the second position. Now, Sill won that race at Las Vegas on fuel mileage, but since then he has not been too strong of a driver. He's in the chase, and here he is battling for the lead around Trey Bartow for the top position. Here comes a couple of other rookies, Ricky Stevenson and Al Lagasse on this inside lane. Now, there are only 6 rookies in this race compared to 18 veteran drivers. And the rookies are right now 1, 2, 3 in this event. How about that? There goes Lagasse to the inside of Stevenson. And Lagasse will get a run to the inside of Cody Sill for the lead. Now, you have to finish on the lead lap in order to advance on to the next segment. So if you get caught a lap down, you're done for the night. See Al Lagasse entering turn number 1 there, and Bouchard exiting turn 2 about the same time. Ryan Madden, Marty Johnson, Blaine Keys, tap 4 right now in segment 1, lap 7 of 20. The field will invert for the starting lineup in segment number 2, and then it will invert again in segment number 3. The average finishing positions in the first 3 segments will determine the starting lineup for the final 10-lap segment. Of course, that is the format that you guys voted for. It was a slim margin. 14 votes for this format and 12 for the 2-segment format, where I believe the top 10 advanced on to the final segment. Number 32, Marty Johnson, has gotten around Al Lagasse. Zachary Fitzwater, the Season 1 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race winner, is to the inside, and Bouchard in the 11. Major issues on the 11, which is very interesting because the damage is turned off. And he has just been put a lap down, which means that if he stays there, he is going to not advance on to the next segment. That's a tough break for Daniel Bouchard, the Chick-fil-A Open winner. And if it stays that way for the number 11, he cannot get his lap back. Bouchard will be done for the night in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Out front, it is Zachary Fitzwater trying to win his 2nd career Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. But Ricky Stevenson wants to get around him, and so does Matt Tuck. Now, Matt Tuck, he did not make the chase this season in the number 42. But that is not stopping him from running well tonight. Same with the Chip Ganassi guys here. Fisher G, the owner of this team. Of course, there are no owner's points awarded in this race. But still, Fisher G and his 2 drivers are running 1-2 right now here in segment 1. There goes Cody Sill to the inside of Matt Tuck for the lead. Marty Johnson looking to take the 2nd position, almost 4 wide back in here. Alexander Rowe, Ricky Stevenson, Blaine Keys, Zachary Fitzwater. Cody Sill still out front. Marty Johnson in the 32 trying to get around him. It's 6 laps to go in segment 1 here in the All-Star Race. Sill up the racetrack. Alexander Rowe, another rookie, trying to take 2nd away. He's going to easily do so. Blaine Keys also getting around the 1. Here comes Tristan Allen in the 2, the fan vote winner. He started in the last position for this segment. He's already in the top 5 in the number 2. There goes Fitzwater trying to get to the inside of Alexander Rowe as Marty Johnson continues to lead in the 32. Isaac Nichols not too far away from our leaders, but as long as he stays on the lead lap, he's good to go for the next segment. And as a matter of fact, he'll actually start first for segment number 2 if he's the last guy on the lead lap. Oh boy, those guys almost got into each other. They did get into each other, but they almost crashed. Marty Johnson and Zachary Fitzwater almost causing a major accident, but fortunately did not happen. You see Cody Sill going low there through the corner, trying to get to the inside of Fitzwater and Allen. Tristan Allen is up to the 2nd position. Now, if you remember the Meliola Smooth Fest, the first All-Star race this season per se, another non-points event, it was Tristan Allen pushing Marty Johnson to the victory. Well, will that happen here tonight? They're 1-2 right now with a white flag in the air in segment number 1. They're not stages, by the way. They're segments, okay? They're segments. Marty Johnson coming out of turn number 4. will win segment number 1 in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Tristan Allen was second, I should say. Matt Dalio out of nowhere for third. Then it was Matt Tuck and the 1 of Cody Sill. So that's going to help their average for that final segment later tonight. We'll see how it all goes. As for Isaac Nichols, he will lead the field of the green flag for segment number 2. And unfortunately for the number 11 of Daniel Bouchard, his night will be over for that Joe Gibbs racing machine. But Marty Johnson right now with the best average. Let's see what happens in segment number 2. So we are now ready to begin segment number 2 here in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race for season number 6 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. So the field is inverted from the way they finished in segment number 1, which means that Isaac Nichols will lead the field of the green flag alongside Al Legacy. They were the final 2 finishers in that last segment. Daniel Bouchard is out of the race as he finished a lap down in segment 1. Back to green flag racing. Segment 2 is underway, and Nichols gets the jump on Legacy. Cameron Garlington trying to run to the inside for second. He's going to be able to do so. The guys we want to focus on are guys like Marty Johnson, Tristan Allen. Got very good finishes in segment 1. That's definitely going to help their average. And you see him running back in here, number 32 right now last. But Tristan Allen, he started last in the first segment and ended up finishing second. So that's probably good news for those guys running back in there right now. Trey Bartow, he started on the pole, not wasting any time here. Garlington out front, but here comes Bartow to the inside with help from Alexander Rowe. And now Legacy falling back in the 34 right now. Do not want to get stuck in the outside lane here at Eldora, especially with that outside wall looking at you every single time you come off a corner. Now, might have been what happened to Daniel Bouchard in the first segment, which knocked him out. Anyways, Trey Bartow still out front in the 4 as he took the lead away from Cameron Garlington. Garlington's now falling back in the 47. Here comes John Art, the winner at Indianapolis. Jesse Turner moving his way on this inside lane. Matt Dalio finished in the 3rd position for segment 1. And he started back in there for this segment. He's already moving his way close to the top 5 as John Art takes the lead away from Trey Bartow. And John Art, after that win at Indianapolis, I'm sure he feels like he can do anything here in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series, and that includes winning this Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Number 43 of Jesse Turner up to the 2nd position. Turner, he finished in the top 10 in segment 1, trying to get as good of a starting position for that final segment as he possibly can. But here comes Matt Dalio, and here comes the segment 1 winner of Marty Johnson in just 7 laps. From the back to the front of this field, Turner in the outside wall hard, but remember, the damage is not turned on here at the Eldora Speedway. These guys can beat and bang as much as they want. How about Hendrick Motorsports? And I mean just the past few races in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. They've won 4 out of the last 6 races. Elijah Gordon won the NRLOA 500. Elijah Gordon then won at Kentucky. Blaine Keys won at Nashville. And John Art won at Indianapolis. They're 3 in a row right now in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series when it comes to the points racing. Cody Sill has taken the lead, but here comes Marty Johnson. In only 10 laps, he went from last to first. And you know what? That final segment is 10 laps long. That's exactly what you want to do if you're somebody like Marty Johnson. Of course, Johnson's not going to be starting in that final position for the final segment of this race. But still, that's a good sign to whoever starts back in there. I mean, if you remember the Season 3 All-Star Race, the same thing happened with Stuart Cratton. He started last in the final segment, but still got the victory. Cody Sill to the inside of Tristan Allen for the lead. Here comes Adam Lewis, the runner-up in the Chick-Fil-A Open earlier tonight. And all of a sudden, Lewis is battling for the lead. It's something how this racetrack does this, but you can be running in the 5th position and all of a sudden be battling for the lead in one straightaway here at the Eldora Speedway. These guys can get some fantastic runs at this racetrack. Dale Salzman, 3 wide for second. To the inside of Fitzwater and Sill. Marty Johnson back on the inside lane. To the inside of Tristan Allen and the 1. But it's Adam Lewis who advanced on through the Chick-Fil-A Open, leading the field. But here comes Salzman. Here comes Tristan Allen in the 2. Oh boy, and around in the outside wall goes the 2 Hoffman is involved in this accident as well. Same with Fitzwater. They're clogging up the racetrack. Cameron Garlington's around. And remember, if you don't finish on the lead lap, you're out of the race. Oh my goodness gracious, the damage is turned off, so these guys are going to be able to continue. But Tristan Allen got in the Marty Johnson just a little bit there off turn number 4, and Allen went down very low where the banking is practically non-existent, came back up the racetrack in the Marty Johnson. That's going to hurt their average, but if they finish back in there, that means they're going to start up front for the next segment. Cody Sill to the outside. And now Dale Salzman taking the lead away from Sill. I believe it is now 3 laps to go in segment 2 of the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. You got to admit that this event has been something else. There goes Lewis, 3 wide to the inside, 2 to go in segment number 2. Cody Sill almost went around, but he saved it. How about that save for the number 1 of Cody Sill? Jesse Turner up to the 2nd position. Dale Salzman running 3rd. Elijah Gordon. John Arnn in the inside lane. White flag for Adam Lewis, the runner-up in the open. Looking to win segment number 2 here in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. And only 2 more corners left for the number 22. Will Turner try to strike? No, he won't. Adam Lewis wins segment 2 in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. And that's going to help his average. However, for Adam Lewis, he will start in the last position for segment 3. Cameron Garlington avoids disaster and stays on the lead lap. He will lead the field with the green flag in segment number 3. Well, that was a very, very eventful second segment of this Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Adam Lewis will start last, but the number 47 will lead the field to the green flag in segment number 2. So we'll get those averages for you at the end of segment number 3. So hold on tight. But after this commercial break, we'll return to the Eldora Speedway to continue the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race for season number 6.
Here, we make NR 2003 schemes how you want them, when you want them, and they look great. Our iRacing services, no different. Who are we? We're Two Wine Designs, and we make your schemes your way.
So I choke on the sun.
And we're about ready to get segment number 3, the final 20-lap segment of this Chick-fil-A All-Star Race started. Cameron Garlington, Matt Dalio on the front row. Ricky Stevenson, Isaac Nichols, Marty Johnson, Tristan Allen. They were 1-2 in segment 1. Did not get good finishes in segment number 2. We'll just have to see how the average plays out at the end of this segment. That will determine the starting lineup for the final 10-lap segment of the night here in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. 47 gets the jump on Matt Dalio. Ricky Stevenson to the inside. And Stevenson will lead lap 1 in segment 3. Marty Johnson, Caleb Hoffman here on this inside lane. Haven't talked about Hoffman too much tonight, but here he is running up front in this segment. Alexander Rowe, Al Legacy, Matt Tuck on this inside lane. A lot of good drivers running up front. Of course, this whole field is good drivers. These are some of the best. I mean, it's the All-Star Race. Of course, it's going to be some of the best drivers in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series racing here tonight. Hoffman out front. And in the wall goes Alexander Rowe. Hoffman and Rowe both hit the outside wall, and Al Legacy struck him the 34. Here comes Matt Tuck in the 42 to the inside of Caleb Hoffman. Tristan Allen in the 2. Dale Salzman, John Arnn in the inside lane. Legacy hit the outside wall. Here comes Tristan Allen in the 2. He is to the inside of Matt Tuck. Now Allen's teammate, Adam Lewis, won segment number 2. So we'll see if this 2 can do the same here in this segment. Tristan Allen finished second in segment number 1. It's all going to come down to the average and where they start for that final segment. And then in that final segment, it's all out for these drivers trying to grab the checkered flag and the reserve for season number 7. Al Agassi still out front. Here comes Dale Salzman in the 96. Not a good run at all for the 96. Exiting turn number 4. He's still side by side with Tristan Allen. Allen still on the outside of the 96, trying to get something to happen up there. Not going to be able to do so. There goes John Arndt to the inside. And the number 24 might get around the 96. Not going to happen. Dale Salzman will get a run to the inside of Al Agassi. Or will he? Lagacy's going to stay out front for now. There goes Salzman in the 96. The Coca-Cola 600 winner from earlier this season, taking the lead in lap 8 in segment 3. At Lagacy in the outside wall hard, same with Tristan Allen. And they fall back. And Jesse Turner, he's been getting some good runs here. He may start on the pole for that final segment. He's going to try to take the lead away, or take second away, I should say, from Al Lagacy, as Dale Salzman attempts to pull away in the number 96. Matt Tuck taking third. 3 wide back in here. Marty Johnson and the 38 of Ricky Stevenson. But it's Salzman, Turner, Tuck, Lagacy, and Stevenson the top 5. Matt Tuck just put Turner in the outside wall. And Tuck's going to try to get around the 96 of Dale Salzman. Will the 42 be able to take it? We're halfway through segment number 3 here in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. At the end of this segment, will determine the average results and then determine the starting lineup for that final, brutal, critical 10-lap segment here at Eldora. Matt Tuck, Ricky Stevenson, Jesse Turner back to the inside of Salzman, and Turner's going to get a run to the inside of Stevenson. But the number 42 remains out front for now. The number 43 taking the second position away. He's got a run to the inside of Matt Tuck. And at the line, Jesse Turner, a great run off of turn 4, will lead lap number 13. Jesse Turner is the defending winner of the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. It was held at the Armory Digital Super Speedway last year. And this is a totally different animal here tonight. But Jesse Turner still prevailing very well here in the All-Star Race. Dale Salzman getting around him for the lead. Ricky Stevenson still up here. And here comes the segment 2 winner of Adam Lewis. The number 22 looking very strong here tonight. He advanced through the open. And now he is in the top 5 in the third segment after winning segment number 2, which means he's probably going to get a pretty good average for the final segment of this race. 4 laps to go in segment number 3 for Ricky Stevenson. Matt Tuck is second. Dale Salzman, Jesse Turner, and Al Lagacy the top 5. Number 38 trying to win this segment, but so is Matt Tuck in the 42. These two guys trying to pull away from Turner and Salzman. It's been these 4 guys in this segment. These 4 guys have been the strong guys here in segment number 3. Stevenson is still out front. Here comes Turner to the inside of Matt Tuck for second. And Jesse Turner is going to try to get to the inside of Ricky Stevenson. He's going to be able to do so for the lead. It's 2 laps to go in segment 3 of 4 in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Jesse Turner in the 43, the defending winner of the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race, will lead it at the white flag in segment number 3. Here comes Salzman in the 96. Will Dale Salzman surpass the 43? Here comes Matt Tuck in the 42. They're battling for second, and Jesse Turner is pulling away in the 43. And Jesse Turner will win segment 3 in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Matt Tuck second in the 42. Dale Salzman, Ricky Stevenson, and Al Lagacy the top 5 in this segment. There are no more inversions. The starting lineup for the next and final segment of the race will be determined by the average finish of these drivers in these 3 segments. And I believe Jesse Turner might be the guy who starts on the pole for the final pivotal segment of this event. If I just hang on just a minute, we're going to write this whole thing down, and we will give you the starting lineup for the final 10-lap segment here in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. And we have figured out the average finishing position for all 23 drivers still left in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. And this is how they will line up for the final 10-lap segment. Jesse Turner and Matt Tuck in row number 1. Adam Lewis, Elijah Gordon in row number 2. Cody Sill, Dale Salzman, row number 3. John Arndt, Marty Johnson, row number 4. Ricky Stevenson, Tristan Allen, row number 5. Ryan Madden, Al Lagacy, row number 6. Trey Bartow, Zachary Fitzwater, row number 7. Blaine Keys, Eric Almenhart, row number 8. Erja Larvin Alonso, Matt Dalio, row number 9. Row 10 is Stuart Gratton and Caleb Hoffman, row 11. Alexander Rowe, Isaac Nichols, and in row 12, the final starting position going to Cameron Garlington. That is the order of the average finishing position for every single driver in the first 3 segments. And after this commercial break, we'll have that final segment for you right here from the Eldora Speedway. Who's going to win the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race? You'll find out in just a few moments. Do you want great racing action? Then subscribe to GMS Productions, home of the NRLOA Ortho Cup Series.
For forcing the issue early, and John Arndt gets tapped behind from the number 15.
And the Zero Racing Reddit Truck Series.
Oranges hit the wall a ton, so did Arndt and Nichols.
GMS Productions, home of some of the best NR 2003 racing around. And here we go. It is 10 laps to determine the winner in the 2017 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. The defending All-Star Race winner, Jesse Turner, starting on the pole position alongside Matt Tuck. It's 10 laps to the finish. 10 laps for all the glory here tonight at the Eldora Speedway in a reserve for Season 7. Who's going to get it done? The pace car is going to pull off. We're ready for this 3-minute shootout here at Eldora. Who's going to win the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race? Lap number 1, carefully led by Jesse Turner. He did not overshoot any of the corners, and he stays out front in the 43. Cody Sill to the inside of Adam Lewis for second, and to the inside of Jesse Turner for the lead. Here comes Ricky Stevenson in the 38 to the inside of Lewis for the 3rd position. He'll get a run to the inside of Turner as well, but Cody Sill currently leading lap 3 of 10 in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race final segment. Whoever wins this segment wins the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race and a reserve for season number 7. Still in the outside wall, here comes Trey Bartow, the pole sitter for the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race, with Ryan Madden, Erja Larvin Alonso, and Stuart Gratton on the inside lane. I thought that was Arndt. It's the 37, the season 3 All-Star Race winner. Trey Bartow leads lap 4, 6 laps to go on the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. It is Bartow, Madden, Alonso, Sill, and Gratton, the top 5, coming to 5 laps to go in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Ryan Madden, we haven't even talked about him all night long. He's taking the lead away with 5 laps to go. Who's gonna get it done here tonight at Eldora? It's been a great event, and I think it's going to have a sweet finish. 77 leads it with 4 laps to go. Alonso, Sill, and Gratton here in the 37. Stuart Gratton trying to become the first driver ever to win 2 Chick-Fil-A All-Star races. Matt Dalio's back in here. The Season 1 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race winner, Zachary Fitzwater, as well. It's 3 laps to go for Ryan Madden. Trey Bartow to the inside of Stuart Gratton. How about Stuart Haas racing 3 of their drivers in the top 5? It's gonna be 2 laps to go next time by. Trey Bartow trying to get to the inside of Madden, and he will successfully pass him with 2 laps to go. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater in the number 41. He won the first Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. He has an opportunity here tonight, side by side at the white flag. In the Season 6 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race, Zachary Fitzwater leads it with 1 lap to go. Here comes Cody Sill in the number 1. Will Sill get to the inside of Fitzwater, or will Fitzwater prevail on the outside? Coming to the line, the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race is going to Cody Sill in the number 1 as he beats out the 41 as Fitzwater overshot the final corner. And Cody Sill will get a reserve for season number 7 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series with this win here tonight in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. How about that? Zachary Fitzwater. He was going to win this race if he did not overshoot the final corner. He hit the outside wall, and that gave Cody Sill the win here tonight at Eldora. How about that one for the Chip Ganassi Racing driver? Number 1 is number 1 yet again in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. You got a feel for Fitzwater there at the end. He had the race won, but at the end just overshot the final corner, and Cody Sill in a thriller wins it here at Eldora. We're definitely coming back here next year for the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. I can guarantee that. And this guy's going to be in it as well. As he won tonight's All-Star Race, he's going to be in every single All-Star Race from now on and every season that he's going to be driving in. But Cody Sill gets it done in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Zachary Fitzwater, pole sitter Trey Bartow, Ryan Madden, and Matt Dalio, the top 5. And that was definitely a memorable finish. The number 1 taking home the victory. And he is going to have the opportunity to create his own team, his own sponsors, his own manufacturer. It'll be a single-car team that he can create. If he decides not to be a driver next season, he can create a 3-car team at the moment for season number 7. Or if he just wants to play it nice and simple, he can drive the number 77 Chick-fil-A Dodge for NRLOA Motorsports in season number 7. Of course, it's your choice, man. You got plenty of time. Season number 7 will begin in February, so lots of planning will go into it, of course. So we're going to start pretty soon on the planning, but still got a lot of time before you make your decision. But hey, pretty sure you're happy about this one. Cody Sill, the winner. I believe that is his 4th career Napa fan win. Quite possibly one of the biggest of his career, I believe. And he gets it done here at Eldora in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I had a blast doing this race. It was definitely a fantastic idea to have this race at Eldora. I would like to apologize. Somebody suggested it to me. I think it was Tristan Allen. That I should have the All-Star Race here at Eldora. I can't quite remember who it was, but whoever you are, you probably know who you are. I'm thinking it was Tristan Allen, but I could be wrong. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Great race here tonight at Eldora. And Cody Sill, the winner of the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race in Season 6 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Now these guys can settle down and focus on the real thing, the chase. And it begins on Wednesday right here on Napa Fan at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Crystal Night Race at Bristol. And that's going to begin the 10-race campaign to determine a champion for this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. A lot of great drivers, a lot of new drivers in the chase. Cody Sill's one of those guys in the chase. And it's going to be very interesting with those playoff points that were awarded as well. They're going to shake things up tremendously. But you know what? I think right now we can celebrate Cody Sill and his victory. And when we get to Wednesday, we'll start digging deep in the championship. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Cody Sill on his Chick-fil-A All-Star Race victory. And just let me know, buddy, what you want to do for season number 7. Create a 3-car team, create a single-car team where you drive, or just go ahead and drive the 77 for season number 7 if you so please. It's totally up to you. I'll let you have that decision in the comments below. You can just tell me what you want. Of course, you guys see that thing in the description. Do not look at the comments before you watch the race so that you don't get spoiled. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Cody Sill, the winner here at Eldora. And that is it for me here tonight. I will see you guys later.
Shot like a rocket up into the sky. Nothing can stop me tonight. You made me feel